Rangers are out of the Scottish Cup after losing to Queen's Park in shock result at Ibrox. It's safe to say, fans are not happy. Former Rangers striker Kris has issued scathing rant and ruthlessly destroyed Clement and calling for his imminent exit. In today's video, we will go over what was said. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Rangers content. So this is what Kris wrote following the game. Even after losing to Queen's Park and crashing out of the Scottish Cup in one of the biggest shocks in Scottish football, Phillipe Clement still hasn't got his head around what being Rangers manager is about, or at least what it should be about. Shots on target, possession, rebuilds. Wow. If the big Belgian thinks that's what matters on a day like yesterday, then he's more deluded on this situation than I actually thought. Let's get it right. Clement's Rangers are nothing short of a shambles right now, and he simply has to go. I've said it before, so it's unlikely anyone will be surprised to hear me say it again. But then my consistency at hitting the mark was always my strong point. No, I've been firm on this for months now. Under Clement, Rangers are going nowhere fast, and if he's not prepared to quit, then he has to be relieved of his duties. We're talking about Queen's Park here. No disrespect to Callum Davidson or his players, who were immense at Ibrox, but it shouldn't be possible for them to beat Rangers in a huge match like this. Clement is always quick enough to drone on about budgets when he's up against Celtic or European teams. But we're talking about a middle-of-the-road championship outfit here, who shouldn't stand a chance of getting a result like this. But they have. And while it's cause for huge celebration for the proud historic club, it's nothing but embarrassment for Rangers. Yet Clement doesn't seem to get it. I watched his TV interview post-match and read what he had to say to reporters in his press conference, and I'm staggered. For him to talk about being in control of the game and creating plenty of chances was just incredible. Phillipe, no one cares. But that's what Clement does, isn't it? He talks nonsense after big defeats and leaves everyone scratching their heads, wondering if he's learned a single thing since he's come to Scotland. The bottom line here is that Rangers are going nowhere with him as manager. Surely the people in charge of the club have to realise that this is a result that they need addressed. If it's a case that they cannot afford to sack him because of finances, then the fans need to be told. This result has to lead to a card on the table moment. It cannot be swept under the carpet. You know what? I actually have a certain degree of sympathy for some of the players right now. We talk about mentality all the time in football, but there are guys in that team who have been cast aside by Clement and have had to come back. Yanis Hadji was told he had no future at the club, yet he's now one of the first names on the team sheet. Club captain James Tavernier was being shown the door in the summer, after staying. At one stage he was third choice right back. Nico Raskin was also bombed out, and he's now one of the manager's main men. There has also been the mixed messages for Cyril Dessers throughout the season. Clement has also started talking about blooding young players in the last few weeks, when it's something he's virtually stumbled upon. Clinton Anciala wasn't in his plans before there were a handful of injuries in defence. The same with young Bailey Rice, who was thrown on against Manchester United at Old Trafford, along with a few others, because it suited the manager's narrative. He started against Queen's Park, but at the first sign of trouble, he was hooked and replaced with an experienced player in Raskin. How is that good for youth development? I'm sorry, but Clement isn't kidding anyone anymore, and the sooner he's on his way back to Brussels, the better. He can take Director of Football, Niels Koppen, with him too. After finishing in the top 8 of the Europa League, he was at the tunnel giving out handshakes and high fives. Yet Rangers' recruitment has been nothing short of a disgrace. If there are people out there who think differently, then they're absolutely clueless. Let's get it right, money has been spent. This notion that there hasn't been cash made available to Clement is just garbage. Fees were paid for Mohamed Diomande, Nedum Bahrami, Robin Proper, and Hamza Igerman, totally roughly £10 million. Add that to the £1.2 million for Jeff Day. But it's safe to say Chelsea have now cooled on their interest in him now, eh? Let's also not forget the £3 million Rangers will be obliged to pay for Oscar Cortez, if anyone can ever find him. Forget where's Wally. Where's Oscar? I'm sure I could have recruited better from within Scotland. Apart from Brendan Rodgers, it's still a budget every other manager in the country would bite your hand off for. Vaclav Černý may only be at the club on loan, but it still costs the club a significant loan fee and hefty wages. So all this talk about projects is just a front. It's Clement's way of disguising his failings, but I'm not buying it. Rangers Football Club should never be about projects. It's about the here and now. It's about competing for titles and trophies and giving the loyal supporters something to be proud of. Yet when it comes to the manager, he's got no shame. A very brutal and passionate rant from the ex-Ibrox man. Do you agree with his comments? Has he said anything you disagree with? Let me know down below. In other news, furious James Tavernier admits that Rangers deserve all the criticism that's coming their way after they were dumped out of the Scottish Cup by second-tier opposition. Tavernier's penalty miss deep into second-half stoppage time meant that Queen's Park had done enough to seal a historic fifth-round triumph over the Light Blues at Ibrox. Seb Drozda's impressive strike in the 69th minute gave the visitors a surprising advantage, even though Rangers had largely dominated possession and repeatedly threatened the Spiders' 18-yard box. The Scottish Premiership giants tirelessly sought an equaliser and appeared to be on the brink of success in the 97th minute with a penalty. However, Tavernier had his attempt spectacularly denied by Callum Ferry, leading to jubilant celebrations from those in Queen's Park colours, whilst angry home supporters made their feelings known. "It's unacceptable," Tavernier confessed. "We can't be losing at home. We can't be having over 30 shots at goal. I believe it's 12 shots on target. I've got to do better with the penalty, but we will have to take accountability. Everybody. It's just unacceptable. It's as simple as that. Being a Rangers player comes with expectations and you have to deliver. If you don't, then rightly so, you will hit the brunt of the fans. That's exactly what they deserve today." I won't really touch on tempo as I think we created chances, but just not good enough chances. You can't be shooting that many times at goal and putting the ball over the bar too many times. We give up an easy goal and we just can't be doing that. Asked if he, as captain, acknowledged the rage from the Rangers fan base following the result, Tavernier replied, "I think you have to. You can't be losing at home to a championship team. It's as simple as that. They have got every right to be mad at us." What do you make of the skipper's comments? Let me know down below. Finally, Phillipe Clement knows Rangers have squandered all the goodwill they built up by losing to Queen's Park in the Scottish Cup. The Light Blues' fifth-round exit was confirmed at a toxic Ibrox on Sunday afternoon, with the Scottish Championship visitors triumphing 1-0 winners. "They are all down, and so they should be," the Rangers manager told Premier Sports. "It's unacceptable to lose this, and they all know that. They built credit back over the last weeks and months with the fans, but they lost everything of that credit. This is not acceptable to lose against Queen's Park in the Cup." That was probably the rush that there was in the second half, but you need composure in these moments. We had so many times the possibility for the shot, but we were not calm enough and that hurts us. Because of that, we are out of the cup. It's super frustrating. The first half there was a low tempo, but we had the chances to go in front, we dominate the game. In the second half, we raise our tempo. We created the most chances that we have this season with 30 chances. But there's no goals, even a penalty not scoring. You get one shot on target against you and you concede the goal, so it's a hold-up. But in the end, we should have scored more goals and it's about that. We are out of the cup, so it's a super frustrating evening. Asked if he feels his Rangers job is now under threat, Clement replied, "It's happened in the past. We know it's a rebuild. I'm focused on this game and the next game. I don't think you can ask much more than to get 30 chances. It's nothing to do with tactics or whatever. It's about the quality of the moment. That's what we missed today." So yes, I'm confident about that. Everybody knows how hard we are working together. Last week, everybody was saying that the team was taking great steps and growing. We get 8th position in the Europa League. It's not because you lose a game where you normally win 99 times out of 100 that things change about the way things are working. If you do that, then you are only living in emotions and there will never be stability in this game. But that is all for today. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on today's video and subscribe for daily Rangers content. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.